Hey y'all, it's your girl Joy back with another video. In this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. So a little backstory. When I was in high school, I was in this PACE program, and a lot of my teachers made us write letters to our future self in either 4 or 5 years, and we would receive them in the mail. Well, one of the letters that I wrote in one of my English classes sophomore year, Miss Scholl, if you're watching this, I love you and I miss you. Shout out to her. She's one of the really great teachers at Poly. My letter from Miss Scholl, I didn't actually get it when I was supposed to, but basically when I was moving out of my dad's house, he had given it to me, and I don't know how he got it. I forgot, but it's about a year. It's 1 year late. The video is 1 year late, but I waited until now so that would be exactly 5 years since I first wrote this letter, and I really want to share it with you guys. So yeah, so shall we get started? So yeah, this was written on February 29th, 2016. So I was 16 years old. This was in period 5, Miss Scholl's classroom. And I literally wrote, this was written in Miss Scholl's classroom. So yeah, and when I got this, there was this sticky note that I had wrote for my teacher, and it says, please contact me at joyrowden99@gmail.com. Do not send to parents' house. You could see. So the reason why I wrote that was because at the time, I thought I was gonna get kicked out of the house when I graduated high school. So I was like, I don't want my parents having this letter if I'm not there. Luckily, I didn't get kicked out of my parents' house when I graduated high school. So that's the backstory behind that. I was really worried that I wouldn't get my letter back if I was kicked out. So anyways, we're not gonna go too much into that. Okay, so let's dive into this letter. The title is 4 years later, more like 5 years later. Hey Joy, this year, sophomore year, was pretty tough. And I wrote tough as though, so yeah, I'm not the best speller. Cross country season didn't end well, and I put Hartwell in parentheses. That was the hardest course for me in cross country, and it was like the easiest course for everyone else, and it was the last race for the Moore League, and yeah, that's why I always failed. It was your first year in PACE. Remember that week when you only got 4 hours of sleep? 4 hours of sleep for 4 consecutive days. I still remember that to this day, of doing homework nonstop, going to school, going to practice, doing ASB. Oh, and we cannot forget about the whole drama associated with that. Yeah, that was the only drama, well, I think that was one of 2 dramas that I was associated with in high school. That was somebody that I was interested in at the time. Then there was so problems with your parents. I swear, I'm a better writer than this. And BS attitude on your part. Yeah, there was a lot of issues family-wise that I had with my parents at this time, especially during my sophomore year. And remember how you lost your social media privileges? I spelled privileges wrong. I spelled it as Privileges on December 7th, 2015, I believe. So yeah, I had social media up until the middle of my sophomore year in high school, and there was a lot of things that I did. You know, looking back, it's stupid, but it is kind of dumb. But I mean, I was 15, 14 when it happened, and so I got my social media taken away. And you know, I actually never downloaded any social media while I was in high school. So once I got it taken away, those privileges, I never had a secret account. So I legit didn't have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I didn't have any of that until freshman year of college, because I really wanted to honor that. So yeah, I did not lie about not having any of that. And any of you who are wondering why all of a sudden I didn't have social media, it was for a variety of reasons. And I think that, you know, even though looking back, that was like a really hard time for me to adjust, you know, being a teenager and going from like having a low-key like social media addiction to going without it. It was really difficult because I wasn't able to share like memories and stuff to other people, but on the other hand, I was able to, you know, appreciate life more. And now I would say that I'm not addicted to social media. I really do like it because influencing things, you know, YouTube, but I can definitely go without it. And I don't receive my validation from social media anymore like I did when I was like 16. So that was a good experience for me. It was interesting, so that's why I didn't have Instagram. That was actually a long time to go without social media, I wrote. But hey, you made it out all right. You wanted to do everything. 16-year-old Joy, you got social media back. I mean, you even tried to join swim. Oh my gosh. So when I was younger, I was really into sports and athletics. I was a cross country and track runner. And there was a time in my sophomore year when I attempted to join swim. Now, the only experience that I have swimming is from the backyard pool growing up, and I wasn't a part of any swim team. I'm this little cross-country runner trying to join swim, and so I would go to the tryout in the middle of sophomore year and just go in the pool and just try out and stuff. And it was kind of hard actually, like doing those laps, like it took a lot. And part of my motivation honestly was because of that person I was interested in. Yeah, the one that we mentioned earlier in this. Yeah, I didn't end up going through with the swim thing. Hopefully, as you're reading this, you're happy where you're at. Well, 16-year-old Joy. Not exactly. I wouldn't say I'm really happy and content. However, I am trying to teach myself to not look too far in the future and prohibit myself from enjoying the present, because I don't want to, you know, be like, oh my God, what am I going to do at 40 years old? And then I get to 40 and then I look back and I'm like, wow, like, why didn't I enjoy 21, 30, 35, 39, you know? So, yes, I'm trying to improve on that, Joy. Maybe you found love and are in a committed relationship. Or maybe you just have bad luck, so you're not in a relationship. So when I wrote this letter, I had actually never technically been in a relationship. The summer before my sophomore year, I did talk to somebody, and that was the only romantic experience that I've had. And so, why are you looking at me like that? When I wrote this in February of my sophomore year, I'm gonna keep that in the video. You know, people would always be interested in me, but I wasn't interested in them. And then the people I was interested in didn't like me back. And so I was like, am I gonna be single forever? And I feel like when you are a teenager, when you are in high school and you're 16, life feels like that, where it's like, oh my God, I'm always gonna be alone. It's not like that. But that's how I felt. And the thing with that other dude, it didn't work out. That's a big story time in of itself if I ever did that. I was really sad over that experience because it didn't work out. And, you know, that was the only time that ever happened. So, but yes, I have found love, and his name is Antonio Jorgensen. We've been together for 4.5 years. Shout out to my boo. So yes, 16-year-old Joy, you have found love. So, okay. Right now, I could be going down multiple paths with my career, which is true. I was stuck between, should I do the journalism path or should I go down with the theater, creative writing? I want to act and I want to read. I don't know why I put I want to read. That doesn't make sense. I want to become famous. Hopefully in the coming years, I will have published work. And the reason why I said all this is because my dad he didn't think majoring in theater was a good idea. So I ended up choosing the journalism path. I still want to pursue acting once I graduate college, but that's always been something that I've been really passionate about. And it's like It's one of my talents, I guess. Past Joy, 16-year-old Joy, you do have published work, and to be exact, it's like over 50 articles that I've written so far in my time since high school and now, and hopefully in the future more to come, whether that's on social media, whether it's articles, or whether it's actually a book. So I will start a YouTube channel again, and I pray that it will be successful. Well, Joy, you did start a YouTube channel, you followed through, thank God, so we can enjoy this YouTube money soon. Yeah, I've always wanted a YouTube channel. I think YouTube came out in like 2006, and I think a few years after that I knew of its existence when I started learning how to use a computer, and I've been in love with it ever since. And I had a channel when I was in middle school. I've talked about this before, but my parents made me delete it because they were worried about pedophiles. So I didn't have a YouTube channel until freshman year of college. So it's been, I mean, you guys have been with me for my whole entire like college career. So yeah, that's one goal I've had since day one, and I'm so glad I'm still continuing it. I wrote, I really can't wait to join a sorority. So in high school, I would always watch Cal State Long Beach sorority recruitment videos, and I was like, oh my God, this looks so fun. They look so pretty together. I'm like, I want to do this. I don't care if people are in Greek life, but I have learned it is not for me. I would not fit in. I'm not a party person. I don't drink. I don't do any of that. It's not my interest. My interest is in content creation, and I could not be a part of an organization that consumed too much of my time. I actually did try to join an online sorority by one of my friends, Kathy Zhu, and yeah, it's just, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just, it's not for me. And you know, when I was 16, I thought that was for me. So I said, I really can't wait to join a sorority, but not the ones that make me wear only undergarments and sit on top of a running washing machine. Okay, so when I was doing my research on sororities, I saw that some people had to do that as a form of, yeah, hazing. And then I wrote, you still cannot spell. I want to make things right with my parents. Never forget to have fun. I forget how to have fun like a lot though. You'll be studying a lot, that's for sure, because you're in college, but don't forget to hang out with friends, chill at the beach with ice cream, and drive till your heart is content. Well, you see, I've probably been to the beach about 5 times in the past 4 or 5 years. But I really do want to go to the beach more once I graduate. I just don't have time for it right now. Plus, like, yeah. Drive till your heart's content. Well, you see, Joy, you commuted to college for the first 2 years, so you did drive, but I don't know if it's till your heart's content. So those 40-mile round trips 4 times a week, I don't know about that. Be careful what you wish for. Do not get involved in drama. Just skip it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. I haven't been involved in a lot of drama over the years with, just in general with people, because, you know, that's just not my MO. You know, I like peace. I like, you know, I'm not afraid of confrontation, but I don't think confrontation has to necessarily turn out to be drama. I think just be honest with people, and yeah, like there's no need to be catty, petty, or, you know, seeking out drama. It's like 16-year-old me said, it's not worth it. I might be at CSULB, true that, 3rd year journalism major at Long Beach State, baby. But wherever I go, I hope that it's where I'm meant to be. The longer I've been at CSULB, the more I love it. I used to, you know, I chose CSULB because I didn't want to commute to college. But I think it's a really great decision that I made, because in my situation now, I have the chance potentially to graduate debt-free because I chose to go to a cheaper in-state public university. So I'm really happy with my decision. Even if it's not Harvard, and even if I could have gone to a better school, I still like where I'm at. Go beach. Grow thick skin, be kind to everyone, love God, and have right motives. Definitely over the years, I feel like I have grown thick skin, especially with having a YouTube channel and having people hate on me on YouTube, online. Also, I've been very public about my opinions, even if they are in the minority, whether that's more liberal opinions or more conservative opinions. I have learned to be myself and not hide myself to please other people. So that's one thing that I was not good at 16. When I was 16 and below, I was very much a people pleaser. I was very concerned about my image. I was concerned about everyone being my friend and everyone liking me, that it inhibited me from becoming who I'm meant to be. It prohibited me from being honest with myself and being honest with other people about what I care about, what I'm passionate, and how I think. I would just, agree with everybody just so there's no conflict, no confrontation. And yeah, that's me in some ways today, but not really. Always be true to yourself. You better never ever take drugs or consume alcoholic beverages. Still to this day have not done any drugs, and I never will do drugs. However, I did have an alcoholic drink on my 21st birthday, and still to this day, it's the first and last drink I've ever had. And I didn't even get drunk. It's just not for me. One thing that will never change is that you still like sharks. So I still like sharks. However, do I like them as much as I did when I was little? No. Love, Joy, written by my still immature, stupid self. So that was my letter. I hope you guys enjoyed that, a little glimpse into my past and present. So yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below.